All right. Welcome to another game for the RD2L League. I'm a Bear, and today we're watching what I believe is Game 2 between Deleted and Hold Me Closer Venomancer. I missed the first one because I wasn't here, but I jumped on because I figured why not get another game in and enjoy the wonderful play that's been coming out of this league. And right now we're getting ramped up with all of our first round bans. Batrider out right from the start. He's definitely not a hero I enjoy playing against. He's a great asset on your team, but getting ganked by that Batrider coming after you, just not a great feeling. And again, there's also a Nyx coming out as well. Same feeling from me. So Venomancer banned out as well. Quick bans coming out. I mean, it's all the usual. And then Keeper as well. I'm wondering if we're going to see a Darkseer picked up first, maybe a Magnus. Both of them made it through the first ban phase, and there is the Magnus. So we might see HMCV pick up a Darkseer now, just because that would be a great offlane option. I don't know. Another thing to note is Nyx made it through the ban phase as well. He's generally not banned first round anyways, but he's always... At least he's always on my radar. A really well played Nyx who picks up, an armlet, and sometimes even a Midas on him will really shoot the team who has him on it very forward. Instead, we're going to see a Gyrocopter picked up, which is a great pickup as well. So now we're into reserve time for Hold Me Closer Venomancer, and they're going to choose a Bounty Hunter for their off lane, which is still a great pick. I think it's great. I don't know if we're going to see Deleted go for that. That's still in question, Darkseer. I'm so used to seeing him picked up right away after, if he makes it through the first stage of picks. The first stage of bans. But yeah, I haven't seen Bounty Hunter in a while, actually, so I'm excited. I like watching a Bounty Hunter play. But yeah, let's see who Deleted's gonna pick up for their second round of picks. And it's a Luna. They are throwing their cards out on the table. That's awesome. She's normally gets banned out, not first round, but second round definitely. And I think Deleted, the reason they're picking her right now is because they want to make sure that they have her. So there's some sort of plan going on here. I'm not sure what it is yet, but Deleted has something in mind that they're going to do, so. And there is a Shadow Demon as well. So we're most likely going to see Shadow Demon supporting that Luna in a safe lane. And maybe the Magnus going in an off lane. So either off lane or mid, depending on who Hold Me Closer picks up as their mid. I'm expecting to see a support come out from Hold Me Closer right now. So we'll see what they have. About 10 seconds left on their pick stage. There's still some great players out. I almost feel like I would pick up a Leshrac in this situation to kind of keep that Shadow Demon Leshrac from getting played. But instead they go for a Shadow Shaman, which is a great, he's a great hero as well. Some great pushing potential with his wards, also with his Ether Shock, and his wards are also a great when you can pull off that ward trap with him, it can make for a really quick solo gank. But yeah, we see a Nyx band and a Leshrac band as well. It seems Hold Me Closer doesn't want to play him, but they do they probably have encountered that Shadow Demon Leshrac combo. And there's also a Silencer band, and I remember someone saying that there was a Silencer in the last game, so that might be a Respect band, I'm not sure. But it also can be because they know that Hold Me Closer doesn't have a mid yet, so they're trying to get out this Silencer who, maybe it's Magnus going mid, because then that would mean he would have a lot of problems with mana if there was a Silencer against him. So I'm gonna guess on that, just since I don't know if that is a Respect ban necessarily. But yeah, let's keep on watching and seeing what's gonna happen. The Darkseer's banned out now. Not sure necessarily why, because no one would be picking him at this point. I believe that both of the off lanes are picked if as long as Magnus goes off lane, or if he goes mid, it would be deleted picking up an off lane, not the hold me closer. So yeah, and some general support, and an off lane ban from hold me closer makes sense. But yeah, so let's see who Delete is going to pick up for. They do need their, if Magnus isn't going mid, they need a mid. And then they need their, just one more support for their tri-lane at this point. So someone with a great stun might be good for them. I don't know if a Lion would necessarily be in the cards for Deleted. I'm almost positive that the reason Lena's out is because of the potential for Shadow Demon to set up Lena for a stun, and a lot of damage could come out of that if that was chained correctly. So I mean, it's just the disruption on Shadow Demon can be partnered so well and can just set up some great stun locks. But Delete is going to pick up an Ogre Magi, so we can expect him to go with the Luna and the Shadow Demon to top. And now we're just going to see who Hold Me Closer is going to pick up. I think we're going to see another support come out next, or their mid. So, but I'm expecting to see their support first, unless they think that Deleted's looking for a mid. Though also something to note is Queen of Pain made it through the bans, so she very well might be picked up. But and especially with Hold Me Closer's lineup right now, that might be a good pickup for them. So we'll have to see. Actually, it's Hold Me Closer that picks up the Lion, so that'll be interesting. Definitely, there will be a lot of lockdown in that lane with Gyrocopter, Shadow Shaman, and Lion. There's 2 hexes, a line stun, the shackle, and then finally Gyrocopter's stun. And if you want to count it, when he has call down, that is a slow as well. So there's going to be a lot of problems. And there's actually a Necrolite picked up from Deleted. So I don't know if it's going to be Necro or Magnus that's going to go mid. Because Necro can do great in a off lane alone as well. So I'm excited. I love watching a good Necro play. So that'll be fun for me. But yeah, we'll see who this last pickup is going to be for Hold Me Closer. Because they're going to be picking up their mid at this point. So, I mean, unless they send Lion mid. But I'm not necessarily sure. I don't think they would do that. But yeah. Going into reserve time now for Hold Me Closer. But yeah, I'm really interested to see how this tri-lane is going to work out for Deleted, just because it's going to be interesting with the Shadow Demon and the Ogre Magi. I'm not sure how that dynamic's going to work. Maybe they're expecting to just be able to get a lot of damage out, especially with Fire Blast. So I don't know. I'm really not sure how that's going to work out. But I mean, it looks like Deleted has a plan, has some sort of plan. So, but yeah. About 35 seconds left for Hold Me Closer's last pick. I can bet that they're probably, they probably know what their pick is at this point. They just want to talk out, you know, the lanes, how they want the match to go, and just kind of use these last couple of seconds that they have to just strategize a little bit. Which, you know, you got the time, you might as well. But yeah, about 10 seconds left on the reserve time. And I'm just watching the clock at this point. It's going to be a Skeleton King. That came out of left field. So I don't think Gyrocopter is actually their carry. I think it's actually Skeleton King. So I think it's actually going to be Shadow Shaman, Lion, and Skeleton King going into the safe lane, Gyrocopter going into the mid lane, and Bounty Hunter going in the off lane. So, wow, that caught me off guard. But anyways, going through our I'm going to intro how Hold Me Closer Venomancer right now. We've got Sunfire Storm on Bounty Hunter, John Wayne Gacy on Shadow Shaman, Liabre Morgulis on Gyrocopter, Sap on Skeleton King, and Jojo playing Lion. And then for Deleted, we have Hrathgar on Magnus, Chib playing the Shadow Demon, Is that Web, I think? I think that's Web on Luna. BB on Ogre Magi, and Chinese symbols on Necrolite. So it looks like Necro is actually going to be going into the off lane. So that was kind of what I was expecting, but I didn't necessarily know if it was going to be called. I'm interested to see now what's happening with the courier. Oh Lord. They have stuck it in a corner. Look at that. Oh no. That is not a good situation. But anyways, getting to where we are at this point. So, oh no, I forgot that we have notifications on at the moment. I apologize, guys. But right now, what we are doing is we're just going to watch these lanes set up. I think Necro is going to try and block this pull camp, and he's actually going to be able to. But, of course, the Skeleton King realizes that that was blocked. So, and that lovely Sentry Ward right there will give them the ability to get rid of it. So, I don't think Necro was very happy about that, but that's what happens. It's actually, we're going to have Lion helping up on top for now. So, give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I just need to turn off my notifications so that you guys aren't hearing that in the cast. But yeah, so I actually think that this Lion is going to be helping out the Bounty Hunter top, and it's probably a good thing for now, because right now, I mean, even we can see the Shadow Demon is putting a Disrupt out on the Bounty Hunter, and there is a Fire Blast out as well. But there's a stun coming out from the Lion, but it looks like some last hits they almost pick off, and they actually do get a pick off on the Bounty Hunter for First Blood because of this well-placed Sentry Ward right here. They were ready for Bounty Hunter to come in this offlane. They knew he was going to be there, and I'm almost positive that's why the Lion came to off, is because he knew that there was going to be some sort of a problem with that here. But oh wow, and actually bottom, there's a pickoff on the Necrolite as well. So both the offlaners not having that great of a time right now. But, you know, anything can change, or anything can happen at this point. I'm actually surprised to see that the crit was picked up on the Skeleton King at this point. But, anyways, going back to the top lane, just because there's a lot happening here. Bounty Hunter heading back up. Probably just going to try and get some experience at this point, not extend up as far as he was. Checking out the mid lane right now, it looks like Magnus is doing just fine, with Gyrocopter lagging behind by a few last hits, not doing too badly. Yeah, it looks like that Shadow Shaman is just trying to get some harass here. Level 2, the Heartstopper Aura wasn't picked up quite yet by Necro. I don't think he wants to push it up any too far, but it might be, I personally think it would be a great pickup at maybe at level 4, just because there is going to be that point where that just little constant damage will be really helpful for him, and it actually may lead to a kill on the Shadow Shaman, who has such a low health pool already. So I'll keep a lookout for that. It looks like the Bounty Hunter's the Bounty Hunter is just kind of, he was standing by the pull camp for some reason, but I'm not sure exactly why. There's a regen rune right here that I think he sees, and looks like he's going to wait to give to the Gyrocopter. So that was a good handoff that'll help Gyro stay in the lane and not have to go back. So, but yeah, it looks like actually, I think Bounty Hunter was standing there to block the pull camp. That's what it looked like to me, at least. And there are pinks coming out because they did see him there. But yeah, and then little Lion just holding his own in the lane, just taking care of business. So unfortunately, he is out of experience range right now. But there's not much he could do in that situation. It looked like something was happening mid, but I think there's just general harass coming from that flak cannon, which is pushing the lane for Gyro. But it is giving, like I said, it is giving some great harass on that Magnus. So, Oh wow, disruption coming out on the bounty hunter again. He isn't, but there's a double stun coming out from that from the lion. But I think that we might know he's gonna barely make it away. I don't know if I don't think there's any extra damage on him right now, but he should be. Yeah, he's gonna regen and he should be fine. So again, just some great sentry warding here. To catch out that bounty hunter when he does overextend, and that's going to be a real problem for him in this lane, and it's going to cut down on his experience gain greatly. So, Hasted Magnus is coming bottom. I think he might be looking for something, though Radiant does know that he was there, so I think that's why he kind of backed off, because he noticed that they backed off. But yeah, just taking a quick look at his last hits and denies. I mean, Gyro is leading with 19 in the middle, which makes sense. He is picking up a lot against that Magnus mid. And then coming next is, oh wow, there's actually something happening bottom with Necro getting the Shadow Shaman. It looks like he had a level in Heartstopper that time. But wow, just some great pickup there. And now actually if he can get, oh wow, he tried to use his he tried to use his scythe and he didn't get it, but wow, it looks like there was a trade mid too. Gyrocopter getting the Shadow Demon, who probably came to assist the Magnus in a gank, but Magnus picking up the Gyrocopter in the process, and also it looks like Necro finally got off his scythe and picked off the Shadow Skeleton King. Wow, I almost said Sand King and Shadow King, but the Skeleton King bottom. So great job on that Necro. Bottom. I knew once he got a few more levels, especially his ult as well, that he was going to have an easier time down there. And lo and behold, he just got 2 kills. So good job on him. Yeah, just some general, I mean, there's a lot of warding happening on this top lane, and it is because there is a lot happening on this top lane as well. So, it looks like we actually have Shadow Demon rotating top. I don't know if they're going to turn this into a legitimate tri-lane. There's a disruption out on that. Oh well, Fire Blast stops the Bounty Hunter, but he's going to back up anyways. Yeah, unfortunately, the Sentry Ward that's up in this lane is really limiting the movement that he has in this top lane. I'm not sure what they can do unless it is just getting some sentries up here and trying to deward that as quickly as possible. Yeah, it's really unfortunate for him. Wow, it's a scuffle happening bottom right now. It looks like Skeleton King was able to get regen up, but the Necrolite does find him and actually cancels the regen, and he's almost dead. He literally only has 59 health and is getting taken down slightly by the Heartstopper. This is actually really sad to watch, but then his ult does go down, and Necro does back out, satisfied with the fact that he popped the ult, and that's not going to be up for 250 seconds, so it's a long time that he can just wait it out and try to find something. While there is a gank happening mid on the Magnus, call down is used, and there was a shackle, but he is going to skewer to try and get out, but there is a final homing missile that should do the job if he doesn't regen. No, he does still have a little bit of health left, but it looks like that the Gyrocopter, who's also low, is going to back out. Skewer just misses him by a little bit, and I think there is going to try to be a disruption out. No, it doesn't go on the Gyrocopter, but instead goes on the Shadow Shaman, just as a little bit of harass. And very, very, very lucky Soul Catcher catching the Shadow Shaman, but nothing will come of that. So ultimately just a lot of aggression, but no kills coming from that, which, you know, it's quite all right. So it does leave the Luna alone top to farm, and it also leaves the Bounty Hunter farming as well. And wow, here is the Necro coming bottom. There is a stun that comes out from the Skeleton King, but he has the Shadow Shaman to hold down the Necro. It's almost coming to save the day. There is another stun on Necro as well, and it looks like the Shadow Shaman is going to try and get this kill, and it's going to happen. So great job on the Shadow Shaman coming to assist his carry in this safe lane, and also Gyro coming as well. But yeah, great job there on HMCV's part. Yeah, it looks like something might be happening top. There are 4 here on this side. There is a RP comes out, and then a Shockwave on top of on Bounty Hunter and Lion, and that is a double kill for Magnus. Great setup there. Really just knowing when it was all right to kind of dive behind that tower, skewering himself in, and then after that, RP just shockwaving to secure that kill. So that was a great play by the Magnus. And now this might be the first tier 2 to fall. Though there are two ports coming in, and it looks like there is a stun coming out from the Skeleton King. Necro killing Gyrocopter bottom, but there's a lot more happening up here. A lot of ports coming out. I just want to see what's going to happen here. Now it is almost the entirety of these two teams up here, and I believe, yeah, Necro actually went down in that engagement bottom as well. I apologize for missing that, but it's 4v4 up here right now, and I have a feeling there's going to be some sort of team fight happening very, very soon in defense of this tier 1. Yeah, because now HMCB is moving up slowly, and this Luna is going to try and come around from back, I believe. So there's going to be a stun coming out on someone. There's the ult tried to come out from the Luna, but it failed. She was stunned out of it. So great job on HMCB canceling that ultimate, making sure it doesn't come out and deal the amount of damage that it would. Stun does come out on the Shadow Demon. He disrupts himself to try and defend himself, but it looks like Bounty Hunter knows exactly who it is. Stun coming out from the Lion to protect the Skeleton King, but he ends up paying his life for it. Oh no, and it looks like that Shadow Demon is going to go down in that engagement as well. Call down is going to deal some damage to the Necro, but not enough. And now Gyrocopter's in a very sticky situation, though. He does use his rocket. Oh, 2 kills there right now. Triple kill for the Necro, and a kill for going the way of Magnus as well. So unfortunately, that whole fight was more in favor of Deleted, and it looks like it might give them this top tower that they are seeking out so not desperately, but so fervently. They're just trying to get this tower down, and it is going to go down, and that last hit is going to go the way of Magnus. So yeah, it looks like the others have just kind of ported to other areas, but the 3 top don't look like they're letting up at the moment. Well, now they do. So they are backing off at this point, which is a good move. Not too much up on the Luna right now, but Magnus almost has enough to get his blink. He only needs about 20 more gold. And not too much up on the Ogre. I'm curious to see what Gyrocopter has right now. Looks like he is going to be going a BKB. And look, for a second there, it looked like Luna was going to go after her. Magnus does pick up his Blink Dagger, which great early Blink Dagger right now. That'll really help him setting up. It'll help him set up some really great RPs. I'd love to see what this Necro is doing right now. I don't know if that's what I think it's going to be. Is he going a Dagon? I don't really know. Well, actually, Shadow Shaman and Necro are going to cross paths right now, but it looks like he's just going to run away. Unfortunately, the Bounty Hunter is caught out there, and while the Luna gets the last hit, unfortunately, Necrolite uses his scythe in that engagement, so that's going to be down for about 1 minute and 10 seconds right now, which isn't the longest in the world, but, I mean, it's unfortunate that he had to use it in that. Yeah, it looks like Deleted is just biding their time and using that lead that they have to kind of just farm up at the moment. And they are actually, Magnus and Necro are going to take down this bottom tower, the last hit going the way of Necro, allowing him to, yes, he is going a level 1 Dagon at this point. There are a lot of people mid, and there's an ult coming out. It is, the brunt of it wasn't taken by the Skeleton King, though, so that means that the Ogre Magi is going to go down, unfortunately. Though the Skeleton King is very, very low at this point, only 170 health, 180 now. But he does have a level in his lifesteal, so he can try to go gain that back somewhere. But yeah, unfortunately, that push there didn't necessarily work for Deleted. Though they were able to get that bottom tower, they did lose their Ogre in the process. But it looks like the Magnus just isn't letting up on this split pushing at this point, which is I mean he's doing a great job with that, and the Necro also taking farm from the Radiance jungle, and it looks like now the Dire is going to be coming to defend this mid, with Necro coming up from behind, Dagoning the Lion instantly, and then sizing him down. 2-man RP right into the middle of the call down, and then he skewers the Bounty Hunter out of it right after it finishes. 69 health on that Bounty Hunter. Skewer just picking him off. Perfect skewer right there. It was just the end of it that really caught him, and that's a 4 men down on HMCV's side. So that was I mean, while they did lose a tower in that engagement, they ultimately won out for the fact that they did take down so many of HMCV's players. So great play on their part, especially that Magnus. He set that up very well, and then Gyrocopter seeing that while it all did kind of help, at the same time it just really didn't do as much damage as it should have.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, stun coming out from the Skeleton King, but it doesn't do enough. Blink from behind for the Magnus, and they do take down the Skeleton King's ult, but I think they are going to get a stun out on him. Gyrocopter's call down does come down again, and now it does take down the Shadow Demon. Lion takes down the Luna, but now Gyrocopter is going to pay, and it just looks like that this is going to go in the favor. Yeah, Necro getting a double kill there. He's just doing very phenomenally. I'm going to check our kills and deaths. He's 9, 4, and 6 right now. So unfortunately that skewer was missed by the Magnus, and but they're still searching out the Skeleton King. He does blink and he finds him, but there's a stun. The Scythe coming out to keep him there for a second, allowing Magnus enough time to just get another great shockwave to take out another guy. I mean, Necro and Magnus are doing phenomenally. Magnus 8, 0, and 5, and Necro now 9, 4, and 7. So great job on both of their parts, and that's just going to allow Deleted to rotate bottom and take out this bottom tower. As long as they want to, of course. I mean, because HMCV is up now, so they may not necessarily go all the way in, though they are going to try and get as many hits as possible. Seeing as the Shadow Shaman's the only one there, he does have wards up, though. But wow, so much damage coming out there. He didn't even have a chance to do anything. It looks like there is going to be a stun trying to come out on the Necro, but instead Shadow Demon does disrupt, which was a great move for him. And now they can just take a couple more hits at the tower. Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of a back and forth right now on these towers. The entirety of Deleted kind of sitting at this bottom tower, but it looks like they are going to back off now. I don't know if they're going to wait. Yeah, they're just waiting for this creep wave. I think they sense a fight is coming, and it's probably a fight they can win. I do believe Magnus's RP is up, but he doesn't have the mana right now. He is about 30 mana short at this point, and no, he now does have the mana. So I don't know if it can be paired with a blink, but it is an RP that is available for the fight. Stun coming out from Lion, and he walks right in the middle of it and gets 3 men, allowing Luna to get a double kill, Necro to pick up a kill. A cooldown comes down, but it's not enough. It doesn't take down anyone, and that's another 4-man team kill in the favor of Deleted, and they're going to just get a tier 2. I mean, Magnus didn't even need to blink. He walked straight into the middle of them, all standing together, and just said, "Hey guys, welcome to the RP party." And that was really great on him. And that allowed that Luna, she saw that opportunity and just used it perfectly and did her ult. Dagon coming out from the Necro. Unfortunately, some bad communication there. He does pick up the kill still. A lot of damage coming out from the wards and from the Skeleton King as well. HMCV's Lion does go down, unfortunately, and it looks like Skeleton King almost comes down. Necro trying to deal some damage, but not getting the opportunity to. Luna getting really low, and she might actually fall, though she does get disrupted, and now she might be able to leave. Gyro missing his call on her, but it does almost pick off the Shadow Demon. Wow, Magnus and Necro just getting kills, still getting kills in all this. And there's some great, level 4 Dagon on the Necro now. Normally, I would normally say not get that, but it's been working just fine for him in this game. So it's at that point it's like why not? And he's able to just he's just so um he's nearly invincible because of that sadist. And he can just stay down here alone, though I think now he has stayed a little too long, and he's finally going to go down to the Skeleton King, ending his monster streak. But he's going to buy back right away and just port mid. Because it looks like they are going to, there might be a, I think he just Dagoned a creep. That is okay. You're allowed to do that. But, yeah, it looks like they are going to try and go for this tier 2 mid. So, we'll see what they're going to do right now. Yeah, Necro's going to wait in the sides and get ready. His scythe is up. He's level 16, so it's a level 3 scythe. I believe it's about, what is it, yeah, I think it's like at 40-something% health. Wow, yep, there it is. I mean, that's a great combo on that Necro. Dagon down supports health to about a third, and then just use that scepter, or pardon me, use that scythe to just finish the job. It's a very, very smart build on Necro that I haven't, at least I haven't seen before. So now it's something I'm gonna have to consider when I'm playing him. So that's some great play from Chinese Symbols. Good job. Disrupt out on someone. It's actually on him, on the Shadow Demon himself. RP only catching the Skeleton King, unfortunately, but it is enough to keep him separated so that the Lion can be taken down, and the Gyrocopter as well. And then the Sand King, or the Skeleton King's ult is taken out, and then he's just burst down. Nothing he can really do in that situation. And then the Dust does come out to try and find the Bounty Hunter, but he's just not there. And now it looks like that Deleted is going to get another tower mid. I mean, it's not an impossible thing for how Hold Me Closer Venomancer to try and turn around at this point. But I mean, there might need to be some casual cloaks put onto people. Yeah, the Shadow Demon looks like he is going to get taken down. The Lion trying to keep him up, but it's not going to happen. A couple of people caught in that call down. Lion's ult coming down, but and it actually, we do see the Luna go down finally, and it looks like that Magnus is finally going to have his first death of the game as well. And then Shadow Shaman taking down the Shadow Demon as well. So as I was saying, it's clearly from what was just seen, it is still very, very possible to take down one of these, down Deleted heroes. Unfortunately, that Rocket Barrage missing completely, but it looks like now he might be able to take down the there is a stun that takes on that Skeleton King, but unfortunately, Gyro was taken down by the, wow. There's a lot of damage coming out on that Skeleton King from these creeps that are chasing him, and the Necro as well. Necro is moving very, very fast in pursuit of him to just Dagon him down and get a double kill there. So, I mean, unfortunately, while that, the Ogre Magi did go down, it's this Necro that really needs to be taken down at some point. Yeah, we do see a Shuriken Toss come out on the Necro, but now he is searching out this Bounty Hunter with a vengeance. He wants to try to get him, and if you notice, there's a Hastern right here, which would be funny if he did pick it up. So, but yeah, now it looks like that the Shadow Shaman is holding on to that Necro, but I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea. There is a Dagon up on him. The second he sees, the second he's unstunned, Luna actually picks him up with with Necro trying to get that that Shadow Shaman, but it is the Luna that's going to pick him off. So it's just some great team play coming out from Deleted right now. They're really capitalizing on the fact that they have a lot of nuke power, nuke and kind of mini stun and stun power on their team. I mean, there's some great damage coming out from the Necro, great damage coming out from the Luna's bouncing glaives and from her lucent beams. And while there is a call down actually on that Magnus, they're trying to pick off this Magnus in the mid lane while his team is separated from him. But he's actually just going to blink away to let that stun hit him over here so that it doesn't he doesn't get stuck in a bad situation. And it's leaving. Oh wow, there is a kill by the Necrolite on Gyrocopter mid. He's just that combo of that level 5 Dagon and the Scythe is really, it's almost a free kill every time both of those are up. RP does come out, 2 men stuck in it. Unfortunately, it looks like the Shadow Shaman is going to go down, and then the Bounty Hunter is going to go down as well to the Luna ult, so it's a double kill going her way, and I believe that was also a double kill going the way of Necro as well. And there comes the GG. Unfortunately, at this point, I think that the nuke damage coming out from Deleted was just a little bit too much for Hold Me Closer Venomancer to handle. And I mean, there was just some great play coming up from all of the members of Deleted, and some really great usage of those nuke abilities on all of their heroes and chaining their stuns really, really well. And I mean, the Necro was such an interesting. I mean, see this that Dagon taking down that lion instantly, and then Necro also just taking down the Skeleton King and almost instantly as well. And now it looks like this Bounty Hunter is going to go down to the Necro, like giving him a triple kill. I mean, he's just playing so very well. And the Dagon again. Ultra kill going to the way of Necrolite. But yeah, this is the kind of Necrolite I love seeing being played, because it's just very interesting to watch, and it's a lot of really well done coordination on the part of their team. Yeah, they're gonna pick off the gyrocopter again, but yeah, waiting for the Ancient to fall. Great play from both teams. But ultimately, there was just a little more of a coordination, better usage of chain stunning, and of the great burst damage that Deleted had on their team. So, great job, guys. Yeah. But yeah, great job to both teams. This has been a Reddit Dota 2 League game between Deleted and Hold Me Closer Venomancer. My name is I'm a Bear, and I think I'll be seeing all of you later tonight for another game. I'm not exactly sure who's going to be playing it. I think it's Deleted versus a ESTB. I think it's them. So, nonetheless, we'll see later. But nice quick game for you.